Grandpa teaches English. Subscribe now.
I drink a cup of tea. I drink a cup of tea. I eat a slice of cake. I eat a slice of cake. I buy a bottle of water. I buy a bottle of water. I take a pack of biscuits. I take a pack of biscuits. I touch the leg of the table. I touch the leg of the table. I see the roof of the house. I see the roof of the house. I talk to a member of the staff. I talk to a member of the staff. I sit on the side of the bed. I sit on the side of the bed. I meet a friend of mine. I meet a friend of mine. I see the petals of the flower. I see the petals of the flower. I need a jar of honey. I need a jar of honey. I hold the handle of the door. I hold the handle of the door. I buy a box of chocolates. I buy a box of chocolates. I see the hands of the clock. I see the hands of the clock. I take a spoonful of soup. I take a spoonful of soup. I clean the surface of the mirror. I clean the surface of the mirror. I look at the map of the city. I look at the map of the city. I touch the edge of the paper. I touch the edge of the paper. I drink a glass of juice. I drink a glass of juice. I walk on the floor of the room. I walk on the floor of the room. I see the top of the tree. I see the top of the tree. I walk to the end of the hall. I walk to the end of the hall. I open the lid of the pot. I open the lid of the pot. I buy a carton of eggs. I buy a carton of eggs. I watch the flight of the birds. I watch the flight of the birds. I take a sip of the soup. I take a sip of the soup. I look at the color of the ink. I look at the color of the ink. I smell the aroma of the coffee. I smell the aroma of the coffee. I touch the surface of the water. I touch the surface of the water. I read the title of the book. I read the title of the book. I clean the glass of the window. I clean the glass of the window. I check the weight of the fruit. I check the weight of the fruit. I like the taste of the apple. I like the taste of the apple. I fix the leg of the chair. I fix the leg of the chair. I feel the heat of the sun. I feel the heat of the sun. I use the point of the pencil. I use the point of the pencil. I check the button of the jacket. I check the button of the jacket. I see the face of the doctor. I see the face of the doctor. I remember the name of the man. I remember the name of the man. I see the color of the sky. I see the color of the sky. I hear the sound of the rain. I hear the sound of the rain. I check the price of the shirt. I check the price of the shirt. I take a piece of bread. I take a piece of bread. I hold the end of the rope. I hold the end of the rope. I look at the screen of the phone. I look at the screen of the phone. I smell the aroma of the coffee. I smell the aroma of the coffee. I see the shadow of the tree. I see the shadow of the tree. I reach the top of the stairs. I reach the top of the stairs. I forget the name of the movie. I forget the name of the movie. I check the result of the test. I check the result of the test. I stand in the corner of the room. I stand in the corner of the room. I hear the sound of the birds. I hear the sound of the birds. I smell the scent of the rain. I smell the scent of the rain. I wake up in the middle of the night. I wake up in the middle of the night. I give a piece of advice. I give a piece of advice. I sit at the end of the day. I sit at the end of the day. I look at the map of the world. I look at the map of the world. I stand on the side of the street. I stand on the side of the street. I enjoy the beauty of the nature. I enjoy the beauty of the nature. I look at the color of the flowers. I look at the color of the flowers. I see the top of the mountain. I see the top of the mountain. I read the title of the news. I read the title of the news. I fix the wheel of the bicycle. I fix the wheel of the bicycle. I hold the hand of my grandson. I hold the hand of my grandson. I touch the bark of the tree. I touch the bark of the tree. I see the reflection of the sun. I see the reflection of the sun. I check the temperature of the oven. I check the temperature of the oven. I open the lid of the box. I open the lid of the box. I watch the movement of the clouds. I watch the movement of the clouds. I check the tire of the car. I check the tire of the car. I see the color of the leaves. I see the color of the leaves. I read the page of the magazine. I read the page of the magazine. I hold the string of the kite. I hold the string of the kite. I feel the edge of the knife. I feel the edge of the knife. I look at the picture of the mountain. I look at the picture of the mountain. I see the light of the moon. I see the light of the moon. I buy a bottle of oil. I buy a bottle of oil. I touch the key of the piano. I touch the key of the piano.